Welcome to Hoko Palizzo's Poetry Moment, featuring My Deepest Condiments by Taylor Molly. I'm Chania Hudson. There are 5 accepted stages of grief: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Poet Taylor Molly adds a 6th, humor. Sure, Shakespeare wrote, "To weep is to make less the depth of grief." But what about laughter? Molly proposes with his poem, My Deepest Condiments, that humor can help one endure grief. A 4-time National Poetry Slam champion, Molly studied at Oxford with the Royal Shakespeare Company. Molly taught high school English for almost 10 years, then hit it big with his poem What Teachers Make. The New York Times has called him a ranting comic showman and literary provocateur. In his Writing Life interview, Molly talked about the Latin poet Horace and his declaration in the year 19 BC that the task of the poet was to instruct or to delight. The greatest praise, Horace said, should be reserved for those who can do both. Molly explains, I try to delight and I try to instruct. If I can't do both of those, let me be merely delightful. The truth is that people are going to listen to the beauty of your words, and your words will find a deeper place and stay there if people can enjoy them on the way down. His poem, My Deepest Condiments, lingers on the small reprieves in grief that can sometimes arise. Molly wrote the poem based on experiences just after his father died. A friend's letter of condolence arrived at Molly's home, sending her deepest condiments. No one knows what to write in a sympathy card, but deepest condiments is probably not the best choice. The dead, Molly writes in his verse, don't need ketchup and mustard in the afterlife. Molly's language in the poem, such as when he rhymes condiments with sentiments, is playful, but his subject is serious. To Molly, riffing on the found poem of his friend's mistaken choice of words, the gesture was sweet relief. Laughter is the best medicine, so the saying goes, and this poem brings the funny, but in a bittersweet way. Because by the end, after the laughter, Molly returns to cry just a bit more. And now, My Deepest Condiments by Taylor Molly.
I send you my deepest condiments was in no way what my old friend meant to say or write or send the night she penned a note to me 1 week after my father died. Not condolences or sentiments. No, she sent me her deepest condiments instead, as though the dead have need of ketchup, mustard, or relish on the other side. And oh, that word made me laugh so hard out loud it hurt, so beautifully absurd. And such a sweet relief during a time when it seemed that only grief was allowed in after my father's death. Sweet and simple laughter, which is nothing more than breath, brought up from so far deep inside, so many years, it often brings up with it tears. And so I laughed, and I laughed until my sides were sore. And later, I think I may have even cried a little more.